I'm in the hotel room right now. It's currently 1 p.m. and we're finally back from Brooklyn. This morning we took the subway to Brooklyn and walked on the Brooklyn Bridge. That was amazing. The sun was so bright today. First I got the best matcha I ever had in my life. I had to wait 15 minutes though, but I think that's the normal wait time in the mornings in Brooklyn. And then we walked over to Manhattan. And then my dad wanted to go to Chinatown to check out the food market. It was really small though. He had a duck for lunch and I got my vegan tofu cream cheese scallion bagel. But I thought bagels were more fluffier for some reason. And then after Chinatown, I headed back to the hotel. My dad is still out there somewhere in the city because his subway card wasn't working and his credit card wasn't working, so he didn't get into the subway. I took the subway. I was actually kind of surprised that I could navigate all this because it was kind of confusing at first where to go. But I just used Google Maps and it told me the directions. Yeah. And in the subway there were some people singing Feliz Navidad in Spanish. It was so crazy. I didn't really like the subway vibe. I felt scared to be alone there. And yeah, this night we're going to the opera. As you can see, my blouse is already hanging there. Yeah, and I think before that we're gonna head out and eat some pizza or something else. This morning I was kind of starting to feel sick and my throat kind of hurt. So I'm just chilling in the room a little bit right now and I'm trying to rest before we go out again tonight. So far, I don't really like New York City. I mean, we've been here for 2 days, but it's too loud and too much chaos. I like that the streets are big and that you have a lot of space when walking. You don't have that in Germany, but I don't like the chaos. In Brooklyn, it felt way more calm, but we only stayed in Brooklyn for like an hour or half an hour. We were greeted by a nice park when we got out of the subway. That was really nice because here in Brooklyn, here in Manhattan, I didn't see many parks. I mean, Bryant Park, sure, but it didn't give me the feeling of calm and peace. But I'm just gonna rest now, okay? Tomorrow, my dad and I decided to do like a solo day and then go on a boat tour. But I think tomorrow I'm just gonna do yoga, get my matcha, eat at a nice cafe, calm cafe, and go to a park maybe. Generally just a very calm day. I find it sometimes hard to regulate my nervous system in big cities, but in New York it has been okay so far actually, but it's still chaotic and it's not the nicest feeling to be walking through these streets. There's so many tourists. It's just, I'm a tourist too, but it's just so full. Before the opera, we went to a Tex-Mex place called El Burrito Box, and the burrito was just so fire. Yeah, and then we went to the opera called Porgy and Bess. It's an opera that depicts the lives of African Americans in the Catfish Row, a black community. The story unfolds in the 1920s and is basically about the relationship between Porgy and Bess. It was an amazing opera with the best live music I've ever heard. The lighting is kind of bad right now, but good morning from the hotel room. Today is the solo day, and my dad and me are gonna do some solo things today. So I decided to book a yoga class at 10 a.m. and I'm gonna go to breakfast now, come back to the hotel room, brush my teeth, and head out to the yoga class. It takes like 20 minutes to get there with the subway, so yeah, but I'm super excited. I really want to do some yoga this morning. I think it's gonna be great after all the walking we did and the plane sitting. So I'm just really ready for this yoga that will feel like a full body massage and a reset to my nervous system. Yeah, then I went to the yoga class. It was at Humming Puppy Yoga Studio in Flatiron District. I felt so deeply relaxed afterwards and went to Madison Square Park. This is where I just calmed down even more and got to relax my tummy a bit from the stressful morning in the subway. And then I went to Levain Bakery to try these viral cookies. I think you should definitely try the chocolate chip cookie. That was the best one so far. And then we went to another touristy attraction, which is the Highline. Before that, we went to Locanut. It's basically like a Whole Foods restaurant, and I got a broccoli soup and some celery juice. It was pretty windy on that day, but we still walked for like 40 minutes and then went back to the hotel. And then about 6 p.m. we went to the ferry Circle Line. With the ferry, we drove underneath the Brooklyn Bridge and we saw Manhattan from many angles, and it was just one of the most breathtaking experiences on this trip. I cannot even describe it. It was just so magical to see all these lights of the skyline at night and the water beneath us. Hello guys, it's day 5 in the city. Yesterday we went on the Circle Line cruise boat and it took us around Manhattan on the East River and on the Hudson River, and we also saw Miss Liberty, which was amazing to see her up close like that. I really felt like in a movie. It really was such a good experience. Yeah, and today we're gonna fly with a helicopter around Miss Liberty as well, and then we're gonna go to SOHO shopping and go to a matcha place and see the 9/11 memorial. So overall, this is gonna be a very touristy day and I'm so excited for it. And then we started flying with the helicopter. It was only for 15 minutes though, and it was super expensive, but the sights were incredible. And then we went to a place called Matchaful, and there I had a very strong matcha and a pretty mid matcha donut. And after that, we just went shopping in SOHO. There were many luxury boutiques, but I just went to Muji to get a wool sweater. And after that, my dad and I went to Le Botaniste. I don't know how to pronounce that, but we just ate the most amazing curry I've ever had in my life. And then we went to the 9/11 memorial, and after that, back to the hotel to take a nap. And then we went to this Italian restaurant. I do not recommend it. The vibes were immaculate, but the food really smelled like chlorine, and it was just not that good. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this vlog of a few days with me in New York City as a tourist. And I hope you're well. I hope every American is well right now in the USA. I know these are times when things are kind of difficult politically and socially, but I just wish you all the best. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.